so.
Hey. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We're going to break down Bitcoin on this morning, see what happened last night, kind of show you where we may be going if things can stay in a certain direction. 84,000, who would have thought? Bitcoin is a stable coin. Somebody said it feels like that. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. Let's break down Bitcoin. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Stay grateful for everything in your life. Today is a blessing. Everyone's got a bracket going. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So I talked about longing right here out of this falling wedge. It did break out. The entry was somewhere at 83,800, and we are up at about 84,000, about 2. It wasn't amazing, but it did go to the upside. We did not lose the 200 MA on the 1 minute time, on the 1 hour. We're going to break all that down. We're going to talk about it. Start with the weeklies. So the weekly still holds hidden bullish divergence. Tomorrow night, if we can close even just this green candle, it'll be better than a red candle, and I'll take it one step at a time. So that's the first thing that we're looking at. We want to see this green candle close on the weekly. We would like to see hidden bullish divergence continue to stay intact, and that's this swing up to swing up. Well, this swings down at the very, very bullish sign, and it's a very rare signal. All right, we could get crushed. I mean, anything could happen. Right now, there is some hidden bullish on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. The 3-day, which was looking so bullish, now has this resistance forming for whatever reason at about 86,700. You can say it didn't even get above the previous one right there at what we'll call it 87.5, psychological support and resistance. So we got to get back above that resistance. I have seen this pattern before. It looks somewhat like we could make some type of inverted head and shoulder before we break out. It might take 9 days to make the shoulder, 12 days, something like that. I'm being open-minded here, right? And then the battle for the 200 MA on the daily time frame. And you're going to hear me go over this so much until we eventually either defeat it or get beat by it. And it's also a broadening falling wedge, which I've discussed many times since the very beginning of its formation. And these break out 68% of the time. So you're looking for a move here out of the broadening falling wedge, somewhere up to this liquidity zone, 104,000, and we'll go from there. Again, it would punch up to this point of control at about 96,500, and then, we'd go from there. It's all about closing a daily candle. Now, we closed one daily candle above, and it was awesome. It was a monster candle. We had broken through resistance. Everything seemed great. No, every time we get a pump, they give us a nasty dump. Nasty dump. Nasty dump. Dump. The bulls never seem to get the follow through here. But then when the bears try to take us down, the bulls step up, and we've had this back and forth price action now. And to me, it's in this flag. They faked it out. They brought it back inside, and that's a flag nonetheless. right? Now this flag does have a measured move. If we break down, it's a bear flag to me, and you would extend this, and yes, like, I mean, you could see this thing coming down to meet the trend line. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, somewhere 72.8, even 71,500. So this is still in play, and it could still happen. I'm open-minded that it could. Every time I'm below the daily 200 MA, I am a bear. So Bitcoin has to, so what we're doing is we're going to watch the small time frames because they're going to confirm what's going to happen. Right now, we're resetting on that 22-hour time frame, getting a bend. There's some love there that we're making a higher low. See, that's a good sign for Bitcoin right off the bat. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Can Bitcoin dig its way out of this to begin an uptrend? That's what this is saying. If it breaks that, then it's over. But this says it can come and make a new higher high. The 12-hour kind of lackluster, but at least it is somewhat curving on the stochastics. You can see that crossing the red line right there. Nothing to write home about. I've seen that collapse from there, so it's not. The 8-hour time frame did get a bit of a bounce, as we discussed yesterday. The 4-hour time frame was the time frame that I was talking about longing this flag, right? And that's in the green right now, very barely, but that is in the green, that 4-hour trade that I talked about, but it's just ever so slightly in the green. And then to the 1-hour time frame, which was in this, falling wedge last night, and I talked about longing it, but we knew there was no volume. We knew it was tight, and Bitcoin stayed flat. You could even say it was an ascending triangle. To me, they just lost the trend line, you see? And these have a measured move down right here, like so. So it even looked that shoulder, head, right shoulder. I've seen these play out. It's got these two spikes. It's almost cat ears, actually. Yeah, it's cat ears. It is a definition of cat ears there. A small version, but that's cat ears, likely to break down. So Bitcoin not looking amazing, really flat, zero volume, just barely able to move. Weekend trading looks like, someone trying to swim through mud, just no movement. Tight price action. Okay. Like what you're hearing, get the education you deserve from CryptoLifer.com. Thank you for saying that, man. God bless you. Rave Song Records in the house. Thank you for jumping on in. So yeah, this looks like we're going to get a bit of a pullback there for BTC. Your hope is some flag here on the 5-minute time frame, getting some love, but even that almost, to me, resembles a bit of a bear flag too. You could say, okay, we're in some type of flag, but sketchy business, right? If we're bullish somehow, some way today, we will break out this flag to the upside. There is some idea of like a shoulder, a head, and some type of right shouldering there, but it's just market structure is very, very, we don't have much going on. So if you're bullish today, you're looking for this falling wedge to break to the upside. 68% of the time, a falling wedge will break to the upside. So that, and if we're bearish, we're looking for this to collapse, kind of roll over, and then this bigger bear flag to break down. I would short the market once the 1 hour loses the 200 MA. And I've been saying this, I got very close to shorting here. I waited just in case, and I'm smart I didn't get caught in the squeeze. But I'll wait for us to at least, once we lose the 200 MA here, you look for like a bear flag on the 15-minute. And you short the flag below the 200 MA, just like we short a flag above the 200 MA. So that would be a possible short right there that I'd be looking for BTC. But let's see if we can reset the stochastics on the 1 and never lose the 200 MA. Just go flat and sideways until the weekly candle close. See what volatility brings us. But, right now it looks, that looks like it's attempting to roll over. So, it looks like cat ears to me. Pretty bearish on the 30-minute. And as your 1 minute, where is it below the 200 MA? It's been below since here. So that was a short right there, right? Run, you lose the 200 MA. Look, 1 minute dumped. When you gained it, pump, but don't trade the the smaller time frames are for volatility. When we have a lot of volume, there's not a lot of volume today. It's not probable, which I believe isn't smart. Being intelligent is taking, in my humble opinion, is using probability in your advantage. Like, right? Like if you had to go on a long drive to pick something up and you saw that it was raining and you didn't have to get it that day and you saw the next 4 days it wasn't going to rain, wouldn't it be smart not to go on the day that it was raining, that it wasn't raining? And the point is that the odds are less likely you'll get an accident, less likely, things are wet, people have less visual, they can't see as well in the rain. So, some people would just not think about it and just do whatever. See, my dad would be like, I'm not going to go today. It's not a good day. It's raining. Some will say, oh, whatever. I'll do it any day of the week. It doesn't matter. I mean, if I have a job to do, I have a job to do. But if I just needed something leisure, let's just say, those those rug mats you bought for your car already, and they're, whatever. I don't know. Something like that you needed, but you didn't have to have them that day. I would wait for the day that doesn't rain, and basically I'd use my intelligence to pick the day that has better probabilities for me in my overall life, like less car accidents, less problems, not that I would get in an accident on the rainy day anyway. The point is, I'm just saying, do you shave off probability in your life? People that do that tend to have a better, let's think about it. Over time, things may work out a little better for them. They're constantly looking at the probabilities, right? So we're looking for this to make an inverted head and shoulder, as sloppy as it is. Looking for the 5 minute to get back above that 200, and looking for the 1 hour to somehow bend here, and for the 15 minute to break out. That's like basically the only way we get some sideways or even bullishness today, or otherwise this will fall, probably bearishly retest this point of control, and it at least definitely contest with this bottom trend line. And if it contests with that bottom trend line, I don't see how it's not going to go further to the downside, like somewhere to about 83,200 for BTC. So that's what I see for Bitcoin on the day. Pretty lackluster, no volume. Definitely a day I would just step away, or just, not overtrade for sure. And I got a trade open that opened last week, yesterday, Friday, and it's still in the green. We'll see what happens, but it's very flat. It's not amazing. Let's take a look at altcoins. TUT. I just wanted to keep watching those BNB coins. TUT kind of, it had a nice pump, but then it went sideways and then fell off a little bit, just like it should, right? Auction keeps getting this bounce. This coin bounce keeps bouncing. ARPA likes to bounce when the market's kind of flat. It's like an interesting coin for some reason. PancakeSwap continues to get a little love. We talked about that too. Atom, for some reason, people like staking it. It's been getting a little pump. Barachain on the radar too. I like Link holding 14. Okay. But like, not, in the last 24 hours, a couple 3%, 6%. On leverage, I guess that's okay, but not amazing. So not something I'm diving into and using a bunch of my money for. I like to keep my capital on the side. This form is up about 79% in 7 days, and PancakeSwap is really the winner. And let's just take a look at PancakeSwap. I just want to take a look. I used to trade this puppy all the time. Oldie but goodie, this coin. Yeah, so I put out a trade right there. You can see it's actually up. So, bang. And look at that, up 14%. And, when you really take a gander on that, it looks like it may be able to go for some more. So, there definitely looks like PancakeSwap might be the only coin worth trading today. And there's a trade I gave that's in the green right now. So, the market's flat, not much going on, but I still was able to find 14% out of Cake. Look at that shoulder, kind of head, right shoulder. We got tight, and it did look like we were going to get a move to the upside there for Cake. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Cake, used Cake, or saw that same way of getting the technical analysis education and saw Cake the same way I did. All right. Yesterday, you did your macro technical analysis for you guys, broke it down as well. Hope that kind of got you guys some insight and helped you out. So yeah, here we are on a lackluster Saturday morning. Everybody's watching March Madness. It's basketball season. And yeah. Also, it is also, you know what? These last 2 weeks, my daughter was off last week. I think a lot of people have this week off. So it's spring break for a lot of people too. So, that in America and across the United, I think even people in different parts of the world. Because I remember seeing people in Florida when I was here years ago saying they were on break. So spring break, Less people in the market, less people paying attention. Slow down a little bit here as, we got to St. Patrick's Day, a little bit of green, and we'll go from there. So can Bitcoin break out today out of this falling wedge to the upside is the question. Can the 15-minute break back above the 200 MA? So I'm bearish in general, and once we lose the 200 MA, then it's all bear for me. Then it's on the 1 hour. Then the only thing keeping me alive right now is that 1 hour 200 MA, and there's just a chance. You're telling me there's a chance, right? And today I'd be watching the 5 to the 15-minute to see if this flag can break to the upside, or is this going to break down back? And it breaks back down. It's like we didn't even get to the top of the range. It has some cat ears here. That's a ear. That's a head. That's another ear, which is a bearish pattern. And usually breaks to the downside too as well. So it doesn't look amazing for Bitcoin. It wouldn't be a day where I say, oh, jump on in. There have been Saturdays when I've done this update and I said, wow, man, it looks amazing. I'm going to take a long here. So, yeah. Good day to touch grass. Good day to see your kids. As much as I don't want to say it, just facts is facts. Good day to work on strategy, go through divergences, right? Do you know how to spot divergences? Do you know how to do you know your patterns? All right. There's definitely money to be made in this crazy market condition. Yeah. Many thanks for your time, Sam. So grateful for that opportunity to listen and learn for the 99. Keep up the daily steps of growth. You have given me so much. Shout out to Jeremy0450. Yeah. Shout out to RIP to George Foreman, man, for sure. I'm stop the music now. And moment of silence for George Foreman, man. An icon that I grew up with. Everyone had a Foreman grill in college 20 years ago. The guy was a legend. He was amazing. Entrepreneur as well as a boxer. Died at 76, the same age as my father. George Foreman, man. Yeah, we lost a great one again, and may God bless anyone that's lost anybody throughout the years. We love you. We appreciate you. And I know it's not easy. I just lost my mom and dad, so whenever I see someone pass around the same age as my dad, it hits me pretty hard. Yeah. What's up with these real bots that give you their seed for? It's so strange, right? Who is this? Who does this? This Eleanor Hayes thing? Who does that? So weird. Yeah, George Foreman, man. I found out on Twitter. Twitter will tell you everything you need to know. I got a bracket on Twitter. Let's see what happens. I think I want to lock. I got Gonzaga. Clemson, I think, was an upset. Illinois versus Xavier. And I believe St. John's plays today at 2:40 in the second round, man. St. John's, baby. Against Kansas. I think, St. John's plays Kansas today. Man, it's going to be a crazy game. Oh, no, Arkansas. I was about to say, we play Arkansas. Let's see, man. We're seeded at number 2, so we should be able to take down Arkansas, but you never know, man. Anyone can win any game out here. I have St. John's going all the way to Texas Tech. Florida's going to be amazing. Florida, the Gators were out of control yesterday. They whooped Norfolk. Anyway, if you're into that, right? Most of you probably aren't. You're like, what is he talking about? Americans, we love our basketball here. All right. I got State in the South bracket against Auburn in the finals. St. John's in the Sweet 16, baby. Good morning, man. Hope you have an awesome weekend. Arkansas, yeah. He's like, it's Arkansas, not Kansas. Isn't that funny how it's like the same? See, look, Arkansas, Kansas. We say Arkansas, but it's why don't we say Kansas? I'm from Kansas. Kansas? Today will be a great game. Today will be amazing. So look for Cake to continue. Cake looks like it's making some type of parabolic move here, and you can see why. They're implementing their DEX into their their centralized exchange, and so it's going to create volume, accessibility, and liquidity into the BNB ecosystem, the Binance Smart Chain, and that's creating a little bit of a beginning of a parabola here. Looks like Cake could head to 372 in the interim. So I identified a possible position here that could render some gains. And that's Cake, baby, Cake. Even this might be in a bigger flag. See that? You just got to love it, right? And that heads to basically a very similar area, right? And I was going for the kids who provide the economy for the college to exist. I don't know what he's saying. Yeah, God bless you, man. Good day to have a band in the studio. Oh, May. Oh, it sounds like you're going to have a blast, man. Let's take a look at Well. Someone wanted Moonwell. It looked interesting on Coinbase. Still inside of a bit of a bull flag here, going sideways. Hasn't, given up much. We can actually bring this up, and it gets pretty tight. Moonwell is getting tight. A move looks like it's going to happen sooner than later here for Moonwell. All right. Going against my Auburn. Shaking my head. War Eagle, baby. I got Auburn going pretty far, right? Hold on. I like Auburn. I have Auburn winning today, right? Where? Yeah, and then I have Auburn beating Creighton, dude. But Michigan, man, I just think Michigan's going to take it pretty far. They look good, and they came through at the last second with that shot, man. That kid, Donaldson, what a shot for Donaldson. That was, he put a dagger 3 in there with like 30 seconds left or something. It was awesome. Yeah, look, Bitcoin looks like it's going to fall to the downside today. It doesn't look bullish. These are cat ears. There's an ear, there's a head, there's an ear, and these tend to break to the downside. So pay attention. It doesn't look good for BTC at the present moment in time. If I had to say, it looks bearish for Bitcoin. All right, and I'll update us throughout the day, but that looks bearish. And we are losing volume. We keep losing volume. This flag's likely to slowly bleed down. If it does that, I just see the target somewhere here at about 72,500. We'll take a look at BOOKMAP and see what BOOKMAP is showing us and see where the liquidity lies. Las Vegas sign doesn't let me see the price target. Yeah. George Foreman and Jim Brown, 2 pillars of the black community, heaven, legendary. God bless you, Tony Rosas. Oh man, my dad loved the fly. We had a huge fly party that night. So much fun. I can remember the night. Back in the day, baby. Back in the day. How many lifers will be in Vegas? Looking forward to the positive lifer vibe. Shout out to everybody here. We will be in Vegas together. Hit the QR code to jump on in May 27th to the 29th in Las Vegas. It'll be absolutely beautiful. I will fly in on the 27th. I used to get in the day before and go the first day. There's really nothing happening the first day. They set up. Watch this be the first time there's a bunch of stuff, but they usually set up. And wow, a bunch more liquidity built down now at 83,200, suggesting that they could liquidate some longs down there today. So the closest liquidity for BOOKMAP is below us. And on a low volume day, I don't know if you want to be the guy down there to get liquidated. So be careful. But that does look like a key area of concern there. 83,200 now that Bitcoin may be dropping to in the interim. So BTC, again, if the 1 hour loses the 200 MA, I would begin to look for some downside. If we can somehow stay above it, this little flag can break out, right? There's a chance, but it's doesn't look amazing. And that's your update for Bitcoin. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't tell you. But I can show you that it does look like it's going to make a cat ears to the downside. And so far, there's the dump there. Remember, I'm not saying this is going up. I'm saying that's the possibility if it does go up. But it looks more likely like we're getting a break to the downside here. 15-minute rolling over on the 200 MA too as well. This overall looks like a bear flag. This whole thing, really. And that even has a measured move down. So I don't know. I'm pretty bearish today, as you can see. Not a lot of volume. BOOKMAP also suggests movement to the downside. But 84,000 has been a stable coin area for Bitcoin. It hasn't left it. It's just been sitting here at 84K. So anything is possible. But I'm just going by the book here and showing you what I see. If I go to Vegas, I only play craps. Yeah. I play, exactly. My favorite game in the game. You know, the last time I went recently to the Tropicana, they have one here in Tampa Bay. I went 2 or 3 months ago with some friends on a Saturday or Sunday, and we all made money. We did the 6 and 8. We hung out at the table. I played for about 2 or 3 hours straight. I had one of the longest rolls of my life, 45-minute roll, man. I just kept hitting. I hit the number like 6 or 7 times. It was awesome. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, suit being tailored for Vegas. Amen. Amen. So there we have it for BTC. Kind of what's likely going to happen. Cat ears, look it up. You've never seen cat ears before. You don't know what it is. Go to Google and type in cat ears. In trading, you'll get a beautiful... I'll do it for you. You can even ask Grok now instead of Google. It'll probably do the same thing. But there it is right there. You got these cat ears, the sideways, and you move down. A visual hybrid of a double top filled cup formation. Cat ears forms occurs during downtrends, predicting further price decline within a price target. Many technical analysts believe most profitable patterns are the continuation ones. And I believe so. So that does look like we may continue. See, you can see that it's not easy to see here, but it's there. There's an ear, there's a... And the head likes to be rounded to give you that cat ear vibe. If you want me to make you like the little nose and the whiskers, the eyes of the cat, right? That's enough, right? That's enough, right? Little tongue sticking out. The cat ears. Anyway, so that's what I see happening for Bitcoin. And BOOKMAP even suggests we may get a slow bleed down to 83,200. So be careful long and be careful shorting. I would stay away from price action on this slow Saturday. Yeah, for sure. And if I saw something, I'd tell you. Believe you me, I would love to give you a trade. May God bless each and every one of you today. Be careful. Enjoy your life. If you're on break with your kids, enjoy your time. Take a deep breath. Do something with your body. Get outside if you can, if it's not like freezing cold where you're living. It's actually one of the colder days here. It is 56 degrees here. I don't know, man. It is freezing cold today here. I don't know what's going on. And tonight it looks like it's going to have a low of like, I don't know, 45 degrees? Or yesterday was a low of 45 degrees. Today will be a low of 51. Then we'll start getting to 59 at night and 84. But that's beautiful weather. Think about it. 84 degrees. 59 at night. So you have these beautiful hot days and these nice cool nights. I mean, you gotta love that. It's gonna be 80. Look at for the next few days though, 81, 82, 84. Next week's gonna be beautiful. Sunday's gonna be gorgeous. Dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful life. Once you've given me the ability to move to Florida and see the world and travel. And may God bless you all. We will make it somehow, some way. There will be volatility. There will be volume. It will come back. Not every day. Think about it. In 365 days a year, there's going to be 5, 10, maybe even 15 days that are going to be pretty flat. It's going to happen. And honestly, there's a short there too. I mean, there could be some short money today if you really, really want to get into it. But I love you all. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let me just take a look if there's any super chats that got sent in here. Want to make sure I'm not skipping any. Nope, not a super chat in the game. It's one of them slow Saturdays. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. for Bitcoin and our Saturday night stream. We'll have some fun. I'll entertain you. It'll really just be an entertainment stream. But you never know. Bitcoin could be ripping. You never know what can happen. Any moment in time, I stay vigilant and I'm always paying attention. So I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll catch you on the flip side. God bless you all. Enjoy your day. Stay grateful. There's always something to be grateful for, no matter how bad it seems or how down you are. You start with gratitude and somehow that will build you. That's how abundance is going to continue to come into your life. God bless you all. Have a great day. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your viewership. I'll see you on the flip.